Hey guys, how you doing? Uncle Bob here once again with another video, and today I'm going to be looking at the neca and McFarlane Ghostface Scream figures I've currently got in the collection, and I just added the McFarlane Ghostface version. I think it come yesterday. Or was it Friday? No, I think it come yesterday actually. I ordered it about a week ago. But yeah, I was actually supposed to get. I was actually going to get a neca Casey Jones movie version from the first Turtles movie, because I really like. I've always liked Casey Jones, the character. He was just like a cartoon character. But anyway, yeah, I was going to get the Casey Jones, but then I decided to get this instead. Because I've been mainly, well, in total, I'm going to end up adding about 15 figures, which is way more than what I was going to do originally. I was only supposed to add about 6 figures, and now I've ended up with 14-15 figures. It's just went a bit too mad, but you know, I'm quite happy with what the ones I've got. But anyway, yeah, so I was going to get this, but ended up getting this instead, and it's quite a good version of the Scream figure. I think it's quite you know, a lot of people seem to be wanting to get this version of Scream. I think the Ghostface Scream character in general has become more popular. I'm beginning to notice over the years. I think since they've, you know, I think since as time has gone on, and since they've made a couple of new movies in the Scream franchise, I think it's started to become more popular, you know, as a franchise in general. You know, the Ghostface character being very popular, and you know, everyone knows, and I guess you could say it's iconic because, you know, first Scream movie was 1996. You know, now we're into 2023, so you know, you could say it is an iconic character. Yeah, and this version is pretty cool. I'll probably have to say that I still probably like the neca closed version because it's got the actual material of it being closed, where this is the actual material itself is plastic rather than actual material. However, it's still pretty good. I still like the material that's hanging off the arms, which has got a cool effect, and it's still pretty cool to have in the collection. I wasn't sure how it's gonna. It's no good on this table because this table is not straight. It's leaning over. But when I did try and stand him up, he did actually stand up. Managed to. If you position the feet in a certain way, it will balance. But they've got to be turned a certain way. Otherwise it won't stand up. That's my advice and tips, because I've got a lot of figures which I've been able to manage to stand up if the feet are positioned in certain ways. It's on different figures, various. I'd say the McFarlane ones are probably the most hardest to try and get to stand up without falling over. I mean, the neca one's quite awkward as well. But yeah, you've got to stand them in a very, you know, they've each got their own sort of ways that they stand. But this one, it's sort of, I think it's got quite straight, you know, with the feet like that. And then it but it did manage to stand when I had it in the man cave. But yeah, it's quite a nice figure, and I'm glad I added it to the collection. The only things I bought it second hand from someone that was selling it. Managed to do a good deal on that, so that was good. It didn't come with a weapon because I bought it second hand, obviously. But what I'm going to try and do is I got a extra. Well, you get about, I think, I'm not sure if it's about 3 knives that you get with the neca version. So the neca version's currently got 1 knife in his hand, and so I'm gonna take one of the knives from that figure and use on this figure, because they pretty much use the same knives, don't they? I'm not sure which one but I'm guessing it's a similar knife because this is the version that uses it in the movies. But unfortunately, because it's got the sort of ridge, or I don't know if you call it ridge, but sort of there's a bit there at the end, and in this, if you've got this, the McFarlane one is a closed fist, so you can't, it hasn't got an open fist. Well, actually, I don't think even that's an open fist. Oh no, it isn't actually. Oh, how did that get in there then? Unless I just forced it, or maybe it was easier, I don't know. So I somehow managed to, can't even remember, somehow managed to get that knife into that hand. They should have had that open fist. But anyway, yeah, so the original knife haven't got, so I'm going to use this, but it won't go in his hand because his hand's closed fist and he can't get that in. I was trying to get it to go in, but it won't, so I'm going to have to somehow saw or cut that end bit there so it's the same as that, so it will slide into his hand, because obviously it's no good having a Scream figure on display with no knife in his hand. I mean, I don't really have these figures displayed without weapons, because there would be horror characters, would they, if they was just standing there with no weapons? Wouldn't look right, just be completely empty. So gonna try and do that. It might be a bit tricky, but I might actually literally get a little saw and saw that, or I may just saw off with a knife. Sometimes you can just saw stuff off with a little knife depending on what it is, but I'll try and do that because I don't really want to have him holding a knife. And yeah, going on to just to do it for this video, yeah, the neca version. Now, I'm not sure if there's any sort of confusion with this, but neca do another version of this, which is, well, it says it's the closed version, but this is a closed version, but I'm guessing it's all clothes, including the trousers. I'm not actually, maybe someone can tell me, because I haven't got that version. I've only got these 2 versions, but I'm guessing, because this is supposed to be clothes, or cloth version, where it's supposed to be like real material, but I'm guessing that is either the first version that neca made, and then this was the ultimate version, which is a really, really good figure. But I'm guessing that was either the first version that made it the same as this, or it's all clothes, including the trousers, because on this, the trousers are not cloth or material, they're plastic. But the actual, I don't actually know what that's called actually, but it's, his cloak, is it a cloak? I don't know. But the outfit, let's call it that, the outfit with the hood, but it's the Grim Reaper-y type. I think that's what the Ghostface character, I think that's what it's supposed to be based on, is the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper that's just got a mask on, because obviously I think the fictional Grim Reaper, because obviously As far as I know, Grim Reaper is just a fictional character. I don't think that's actually real, as far as I know. But I think the character Ghostface is based on the Grim Reaper because with his figure, the ultimate version, you get the that weapon that the Grim Reaper has. The I can't think of what that's called, but it's the long stick with the axe thingy on the end of it. You know what it is. But they gave him this with this, and I don't even think that's, as far as I know, Ghostface doesn't use that weapon in any of the movies. As far as I know, I don't know why they added that, to be honest. So that leads me towards, because that's based on that, they put that in there maybe, but maybe someone can tell me because I have no idea. As far as I know, but majority of the time he uses just this basic knife, or a couple of versions of that knife, to kill people in those movies, mainly. You know, I've not recall, and I've just recently watched all the movies, and as far as I know, he doesn't walk around with a Grim Reaper type weapon, as far as I know. I just can't recall seeing him with that type weapon, so that's why I'm led to believe that it's somehow based on the Grim Reaper character. Anyway, going back to this, yeah, it's a really good version. I really do like it. And then NECA has since made the New York version. I do actually want to try and get that, but it's probably not going to happen because it's an exclusive that's in New York and it's very, very expensive. But what I might try and do is do a custom version on that somehow. I don't know how at this stage, but that's something I'm going to look into. But anyway, yeah, the NECA version, if you know, you'll know it's good. But if you haven't, definitely pick this up, and also pick up the McFarlane one if you haven't got it. Yeah, and I do like the ultimate version of the NECA one because you get the, the voice thing that he speaks into. What's your favourite scary movie? Well, probably not as, I can't do it probably as good as that, but you get the gist of it. And yeah, it's a good figure because you could get the 3 different versions of the mask. Although the ultimate version, I think to be honest, I think they was sort of in a situation where they just threw in a couple of extras just for the sake of it. Because apart from using a couple of those knives and that voice thing, as far as I know, and this is also, going to that weapon that I can't recall him ever using. The masks, the extra head sculpt masks that you get with him, I don't ever recall him ever using that. As far as I know, in the first 4, or even all 5 of the first films, he's only ever got that mask on, just the basic white mask. I know in the newer one, it's sort of like got red blood marks on it or whatever it is. But apart from that, he never has a green version of that on, as far as I know. But yeah, it's a cool figure, and the ultimate one. But yeah, I thought I'd do this video with them both together. I just like to have fun with these type stuff, and maybe give you guys some advice or recommendations into getting them if you haven't. Yeah, so guys, I think I'm going to call this time in this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more vids, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, bye for now, see you soon.